This is your daily briefing and you're most welcome to it. A little bit of housekeeping before we get underway. The phrase Conte wants him, or use Conte's choice, whatever, way you want to manipulate those words. I see them in headlines, I see them being recycled, regurgitated by fans, and at the bottom of the pile, I'm having them thrown at me as if that carries some weight. But more importantly, more worryingly, as if they are true. Because there's no evidence to support any use of them at this stage. None whatsoever. 20 years, over 20 years, we've had Levy steering this boat. Most of the time, 95%, 96, 97% of the time, in the wrong direction. And if you want to debate that, then show me his track record. Don't show me the money he spent from all the money we've given him. I know he's thrown, a ton of money at infrastructure. But don't tell me he's been a successful CEO because he hasn't gone bankrupt. That's not a yardstick for success, trust me. But what we're talking about here is the relationship between the CEO and the coach. And I understand that most of the time, when it comes to the transfers, there will only be a compromise between the coach and the CEO, because the coach just wants to spend and the CEO just doesn't want to spend. That's how it mostly, in the main, works. And we know that Levy doesn't listen to his coaches. AVB wasn't listened to. Pochettino wasn't listened to for over 500 days. Top 5 leagues in Europe. He was the only guy who didn't spend a bean, didn't bring anybody through the doors. And Jose Mourinho certainly wasn't listened to. Sacked him before a cup final. Days before a cup final. That shows you the level of contempt about the person that I'm talking to you. And whilst I say to you, this is Levy's last chance saloon, I don't want you to misinterpret what I'm saying. Of all my angst surrounding the bald Avenger, he's not stupid. But danger is that he thinks he knows best. And history has taught us time and time again that he doesn't know best. I hope that Conte is being listened to, but I certainly won't be guided by headlines written by 12-year-olds with double-digit IQs. Not a chance. And just to get all of the misery out in one go, as I said to you, a number of people didn't care for my take on Richarlison, and I give you Exhibit A. Charlie Eccleshare, The Athletic. This is a genuine headline. What Spurs will get from Richarlison: versatility, endless running, and a bond with the fans. Well, I have to tell you, that is a weight off my mind, because, that just really is. So scrap all of the data, scrap all of that. If we're going to get some guy who can bond with the fans and endless running and versatility, then, all my headaches are just evaporating. And now for the transfer stuff. Verbal agreement, this comes from The Telegraph, reached with Tottenham and Fabio Paratici about the transfer fee for Steven Bergwijn, but it now appears that Daniel Levy doesn't agree with the additional requirements in the agreement, such as number of instalments and the percentage of the next sale. That'll be the sell-on value. Levy's a bad man. He's dragging the deal out. I actually think he's right. He's got to be careful how far he's prepared to push this, because what we don't want is Bergwijn still on the premises come the new season. David Ornstein brings us the news from yonder window. Manchester United set to sign Christian Eriksen. Here we go. So this is being shared by Fabrizio. Full verbal agreement in place. Communication sent to both Manchester United and Brentford yesterday morning. Contract until 2025. Waiting for a signature and a medical. Yeah, do you know something? I'm delighted, and I think anybody watching Eriksen play next season, you could get yourself a shot glass and a bottle of tequila, and every time they mention his medical history, you can just have a gunch, and get on with it. Following players have reported to Hotspur Way: Forster, Austin, Doherty, Emerson, Tanganga, Dyer, Sanchez, Romero, Perisic, Sessegnon, Reguilon, Bentancur, Skip, Bissouma, Winks, Ndombele, Lo Celso, White, Matassar, Parrott, Mora and Brian Gill. Yeah, Why are there so many deadbeats in that list? Richarlison is expected to join in tomorrow, flying back from Brazil, and apparently going to say goodbye to all his pals at Everton. Absolutely sensational. Clement Lenglet to Tottenham, just a matter of final steps between the clubs, says Fabrizio Romano. Sonny's reply to the comment of his father said that he wasn't world class quite yet. He says, it's my father's opinion, I agree with him, I've been trying to be world class, and a true world class player wouldn't have these debates, which means I still have a space to go. Incredibly modest lad, really just such a decent guy. Dan Kilpatrick, Evening Standard, Tottenham remain interested in Everton's Anthony Gordon, thanks for that, mate. And Sport in Spain are saying that Spurs have asked about Memphis Depay during negotiations for Lenglet. Yeah, if you say so. I just don't think we need him, to be honest. Yeah, okay, let's get rid of Mora. Let's get rid of a few more. But I think the moment might have passed there. Michael Bridge, Spurs are looking to bring in another 3 or 4 players, but there are still outgoings to sort out. Yeah, bring them on. Everton and Manchester United were willing to pay the price for Steven Bergwijn. It's now coming out, 35 million, but the player wanted to go to Ajax. Again, that's from the Telegraph. I don't know. There's an awful lot of, late in the day. I think Manchester United's stock has fallen with journalists and just tagging them in there on tales of they were interested, but nobody really wanted them. It seems to be a pattern emerging. I don't know how much truth there is in it. I'll leave you with this from the Mirror, which of course is Reach PLC, which is a Daily Star, the Express, the Sunday Express, Football London, absolute rubbish. Tottenham set to offer 10 million for Anthony Gordon, as per the Evening Standard. This deal would also include Spurs offsetting the fee owed to them for the transfer of Dele Alli. I hate to break it to you guys, but the player didn't trigger anything, and at the moment he's just on wages.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Good luck. Keep it on them.